I'm Carly Ziller, coming live from Bartlesville, talking about appeasement. The legacy of the Great War in France and Britain generated a strong public and political desire to achieve peace at any price. Neither country was military ready for war. Neither country was military ready for widespread pacifism. On September 2nd, 1940, President Roosevelt signed a Destroyer for Bases agreement. Under the terms of the agreement, the United States gave the British more than 50 obsolete destroyers in exchange for 99 years leases to territory in Newfoundland and the Caribbean, which would be used as a USA air and naval bases. President Roosevelt proposed a congressional measure that would have granted him the right to consult with other nations to place pressure on aggressors in international conflicts. As tensions rose in Europe over Nazi Germany's aggressive maneuvers, Congress pushed through a series of neutrality acts which served to prevent American ships and citizens from becoming entangled in outside conflicts.
Hello, I am Brandon Marlin coming live from you in Bartlesville. On this day, on December 7th, 1941, 8 a.m. earlier, Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese. In response to the U.S. oil embargo on Japan, which was implemented due to Japanese expansion into the Pacific Islands, Japan attacked, killing over 2,400 people and injuring over 1,100 more. The assault lasted over 2 hours, and the Japanese destroyed 20 naval vessels, including 8 battleships and over 300 planes. On this day, we are hearing reports that Congress is going to declare war on Japan, and now we shall have time with more reports on the war.
Alright, I'm Ty, reporting for WW2 News, and I'm here to tell you that the day after the Pearl Harbor attacks, December 8th, 1941, Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave his Day Which Will Live in Infamy speech. The speech made Americans aware that the Japanese government lied to us and that the attack was purposeful. This got the American people agitated, and it initiated an overwhelming movement for the support of the war effort. Shortly after his speech, Congress declared war on Japan, and a few days later, the U.S. later declared war on Germany and Italy. Many young men of various ethnicities joined the military, even though Japanese, Mexican, African, and Native Americans had to serve in segregated units. Women filled job vacancies by working in ammunition factories. This is where the cultural icon Rosie the Riveter came from. Rosie represented the women who worked in factories to produce war supplies. Mexicans helped this war effort by being a part of the Bracero program. The Bracero program brought millions of Mexican laborers to fill labor shortages, brought on by young men enrolling in the military. Average Americans were encouraged to buy war bonds to provide supplies for the military and to grow victory gardens so more resources could go to the war effort. The government started rationing certain goods and supplies to make sure everybody got some. During the war, Japanese Americans were forced to sell their property and moved to internment camps with extremely poor living conditions. In addition to Japanese Americans, German and Italian Americans could also be put in internment camps, arrested, or deported. One man, Fred Korematsu, challenged the constitutionality of the internment camps, but the Supreme Court upheld the wartime internment policy on the basis that the security of the nation outweighed the rights of the internees.
Hello, I'm Ross Travis with WW2 News, coming to you live from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. We're going to talk about the Nuremberg trials. After the war, some of the people that were responsible for war crimes committed during the Holocaust were tried. 13 trials were carried out in Nuremberg, Germany between 1945 and 1949. The defendants, who included Nazi Party officials and high-ranking military officers, along with German industrialists, lawyers, and doctors, were indicted on such charges as peace and crimes against humanity. Nazi leader was Adolf Hitler. He later committed suicide towards the end of the war. The best known of the Nuremberg trials was the trial of major war criminals. From November 20th, 1945 to October 1st, 1946, 24 people were indicted, along with 6 Nazi organizations determined to be criminals.
A little bit later, the U.S. I need to restart.
I'm going to try that line again.
It's my great uncle, okay? Just okay.
Nuremberg.
German top. This is a lot of words.
Did you keep at least? Right? Just keep going.
No, it's implemented.
Pacific Service. I don't know this word. Pause it. Don't stop. Appeasement was with not like. I quit.
I hate you guys.
Even though.
Are you ready?
And that'll do it.